Hello, everybody. Welcome to the ECC stream. We are very excited to be bringing you the beginning of today with the Division 2 and Division 1 playoffs. It's going to be an incredible event. We've got plenty of streams running here in the main stream. To kick things off is me, Cryolix, and I'm joined by Victor VTM. How are you doing today, Victor?
I'm doing very good. It's going to be very exciting seeing the two Titans today for the first stream. So it's gonna be Godalions Celeritas facing against Snakebite. So Krillix, what do you think will happen in tonight's game?
Honestly, I've not got a clue, to be honest. All the teams have made it here. They've fought very hard throughout the season. I've, of course, played a few of them being in Division 2 myself, so I know the kind of teams that they're going to be going against today. And I have to say, a lot of them are pretty even. So I guess it comes down to who comes out on the day more ready to get that win, who's hungriest for the title.
Indeed, Krillix, and in my eyes, I believe Snakebite will be very hungry to bite Celeritas over here in the neck to take that win for tonight's game, and it's gonna be very exciting. Of course, tonight we have over 15 matches spread out through multiple streams, so this won't be the only stream. There's Barbarians against Primo probably happening right now over at the Nox Esports Twitch channel. If you want to tune in for that, you can also do that.
Yeah, definitely plenty of streams going on indeed. You can, of course, use the multi-Twitch link if you want to watch all of them, or if you're just trying to follow a specific team, you can just follow the stream for that team. We're just waiting for the teams to get into the lobby now, but definitely should be an interesting first game. You say you back Snakebite here, Victor. What makes you say that?
Snakebite looking to be a very competitive team overall. They made it to playoffs this season and looking hungry as ever. Of course, Godalions Celeritas, of course, also looking competitive. But I would say Snakebite taking the win due to the veteran title that they have in ECC. Even though Celeritas won last season in Division 3, which promoted them into Division 2 now. And of course, they look very promising. But I just think the veterans will take this game.
So you think experience will take the triumph today? Godalions, Celeritas, newcomers to the division, offer promotion, but they've made it into the playoffs, which is a huge feat for them. The underdogs, perhaps. But, definitely still a chance for them to come out today and do what they do best and perhaps claim the win over Snakebite in this round 1 match.
I do have to agree with you, Krillox. Of course, they look promising, but it's gonna be a very tight game. It won't be an easy sweep for either teams because both of them are very hungry for that win. They made it to playoffs and they're not gonna give it up. So let's get that game started, shall we?
Yeah, definitely very strong contenders. The team's ready to kick off now. Game number 1.
Now first kickoff, Robo getting a really great kickoff as Arrow now follows it up, tries to put it in, but Macfish is there to save it. Now Robo trying to drop it to the center, but Macfish can't find a touch on it, but now he does. Oh, passing it to Moon, but gets blocked. Now Macfish going for a shot, goes off the backboard. Envy with the shot, but Daddy finds the contact instead as
Yeah, Macfish just taking it down the pitch. Bounce off the corner. Brilliant pass. Robo not making contact. Third man not there in the net, and Deddy just sniping that one. Good start for Snakebite.
Indeed, it is a very great start for Snakebite. Just punishing Celeritas on their just dirty work as I speak. Deddy puts yet another one in for Snakebite.
Yeah, Robo, a bit of a heavy touch there. Deddy coming in strong. Finds the net very fast. The third man once again, not quite in time.
Indeed, Celeritas just a bit too slow in the defensive rotations here, but as I speak, Arrow with a brilliant kickoff, gets it past 1, gets it past 2. Robo with a shot, passing it to middle instead as Moon just skies it. Now Deddy tries to go for the counter attack, passing it to Emphy. Emphy can't find the touch as Arrow goes for the block. He does find one, as now he goes for the pass, but no one is there to follow it up. Now Arrow going for a solo play, maybe finds Robo in the whole play, finds the net as well, but just puts it a bit too high. Now Daddy tries to keep pressure on Celeritas, but Arrow says no to that as Moon now with the follow-up gets blocked by Markfish. Markfish sends it high as Robo now sends it to the corner. So far, brilliant plays by both teams, just keeping the ball position. Looking pretty good to my predictions so far, Skrillex. So what do you think? Skrillex is just done, I guess. Anyways, let's just continue then. Emphy just gets cut off by Diddy as Robo now sends it back into Snakebite's half, but Markfish says goodbye to that as Moon saves a shot. Arrow with the follow, passing it to Robo. Now Emphy just getting a touch into his own half, puts it dangerously into his own half, but Markfish is there to just clear it. Now Markfish puts some pressure on Celeritas' side, but Arrow is there to clear it. Emphy with an unlucky touch as Moon skies it as Steady can't find a touch. Robo with the shot, puts it in for Celeritas.
Yeah, very good. Emphy, bit of a missed touch, tried to find his teammate, but Moon intercepting a lovely hit. Deddy unable to make contact off the backboard, and Macfish bit out of position. He was backwards, and Robo just placing it brilliantly. Celeritas slowly gaining more ground in this game, you know, making their way back in, bringing it back within one goal, and there's still half this game for them to show what they're made of.
Indeed, half the game, and as we speak, Deddy just says, no, we won't let you come back. We're just gonna keep putting it in as Arrow just puts it into Deddy. Unfortunate.
Yeah, defend really should have made the save there. Just not sure what happened, but the keeper just sailed past that ball, and Snakebite reclaim their 2-goal lead. A strong kickoff here, could be another one.
Indeed, as we speak, Moon with a block on Deddy. Markfish sending it high. Arrow with the save, but a double commit occurs for with Celeritas. Now Arrow, without any boost, tries to get a clear. Moon going for a shot, blocked by Emphy. Now Emphy going for a clear. He does get it past one. Will he get it past Arrow? He takes his time, tries to pinch it, but Arrow is there to block it. Markfish sends it back to middle. Deddy already up for the shot and puts it in. Yet another shot in for Snakebite.
I'm really not sure what's going on with that defense. You have one guy on the backboard, one guy in front, and neither of them seem to want to commit on that ball, just leaving the net wide open for Deddy to take the goal for free, essentially. Snakebite just cleaning up in this first match.
Indeed, and they are very aggressive this game as well, Celeritas, just leaving no space for Celeritas. Oh wait, sorry, Snakebite leaving Celeritas no space. But as we speak, Markfish tries to put some more pressure in, but Arrow with the clear. Now Deddy just gets it, gives it back to them, but Markfish with a shot. Moon saves it. Emphy tries to put it to the backboard. He does so, but no one to follow it up. Arrow fake challenges as Markfish goes for a double touch. Will it go in? It does go in for Snakebite.
Yeah, Macfish catching there. A great bump from Empty. Arrow tried to go up the backboard, but a bit of a misdirection as Macfish slams it straight into the bottom of the net. No one else on defense able to rotate in and bail out Arrow from his poor positioning. Snakebite absolutely dominating in this first game. But here's a quick one off the kickoff. Arrow able to claim one goal back. Perhaps they may still be in this.
Perhaps, Krillox. No one in net. Straight off the kickoff, Moon with a brilliant kickoff just sends it back to the middle where no one is defending. As we speak, Arrow with another brilliant kickoff. Robo can't find a touch, but Markfish does. Puts it dangerously in front of net as Moon just puts it to the side. Markfish with the clear. Arrow getting dunked by Markfish as Moon tries to find a touch. He does, but it's straight into Deadeye. But Deadeye gets nowhere with that ball. Now Markfish passing it to Deadeye. Deadeye going for a shot. gets it a bit too wide. Markfish putting a bit too wide as well, as now Moon tries to counter-attack, pushing it for Arrow, but Arrow can't find a double touch. Now Robo back passing dangerously in front of Deadeye, but Deadeye can't find contact. Now Markfish just puts it back into his own half as Arrow just continues with the pressure, as Moon has an open net but can't have the boost, doesn't have the boost to continue. Now Arrow trying to drop it for someone, only for Emphy though, as Moon now clears the ball. Deadeye still with the ball position, low boost. Now Moon puts it up high. Moon Arrow can't find a touch. Markfish can't find a touch either. Robo now with the clear. Moon up high for the ball, but blocked by Deadeye. Robo pops it up high, dangerously in front of net. 9 seconds left on the clock as Deadeye goes for a shot again as Emphy tries to follow it up, blocked by Moon. Deadeye tries to kill the ball as Markfish says no, let's keep it up, but Moon just kills it. First game goes to Snakebite.
Yeah, very strong performance from Snakebite, really catching Celeritas off guard with their early offense. Teddy claiming plenty of goals, a lot of them really perhaps shouldn't have gone in. The defense from Celeritas not quite where it needed to be. The rotations really need cleaning up coming into the second game. Often we saw that third man just not being there to, back up that first player. Sometimes just a bit of hesitation. And, coming into the next game is, of course, only game one in a best of 7 series. So plenty of time for them to, build a strategy around Snakebite's gameplay and come back strong.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be interesting to see how Celeritas will come back. They know to score 2 goals, but Snakebite scored more than them. Let's see how the mentality gets to them. They will have a huge talk, Celeritas, because it was pretty dangerous. They just kept on giving away easy shots for Snakebite, but as well, Snakebite kept punishing Celeritas for the poor defense that they had. But as we talked for the first kickoff in the second game, Deadeye with the early pressure getting blocked by Moon. Now Markfish drops it down as Robo is there to clear it. Moon tries to pass, getting blocked by Emphy. Arrow fake challenges no one. Now Deadeye with the push, will it go in? Robo can't find a touch on the ball as it just goes crossbar and out. Now Arrow getting a great clear. Deadeye with the block. Emphy nearly putting it in as Arrow now just leaves the ball to roll in for Celeritas.
Yeah, a bit of a heavy overcommit there from the Snakebite side. Markfish is the third man, dived in for that ball, but no one was behind him to defend the net if he did miss, which he did indeed, and the ball just rolling the whole length of the pitch. Arrow doing the gentlemanly thing, allowing Robo to claim his goal. Now we see Celeritas in the lead in this second game, perhaps a shift in momentum.
Perhaps, but don't forget there's 4 minutes, roughly 4 and 10 actually, left on the clock as Emphy tries to drop it, but Robo now blocking Markfish. Now Deadeye going for a shot. Moon can't read the ball as Emphy now just overcommits and actually puts it in, tying it up for Snakebite.
Yeah, Deadeye being a bit greedy, but just Emphy spots the chance nonetheless, shoots it off his teammate's head. I don't think the Celeritas team were expecting Emphy to slap the ball off his teammate's car and really threw them off, allowing Snakebite to bring themselves back into this one still even, and we see both teams now looking to gain a bit of an advantage.
Indeed, and as we speak, a great clear from the Celeritas team. Deadeye with a brilliant block. Emphy trying to clear it as well. Robo is already up for it, popping it down to Arrow as Arrow now works with the counter attack. Air dribbling it. Will it go in? Deadeye with the save, but Moon is there to clean it off.
Arrow executing a brilliant air dribble there. Some lovely control from him. Takes it the whole length of the pitch, and in the end, it's a double commit from the Snakebite defense. Just leaves the net open for Moon to finish the job.
Very unfortunate as Deadeye also getting a weak touch which led into that easy cleanup by Moon. But as we speak, Markfish nails to put it middle, but Arrow is there to intercept. Deadeye taking his time here, tries to go for an air dribble as well, gets it past Arrow. Can he get it past another? Markfish just pushing it already. Robo with the miss of the century, as now Arrow takes it up the corner, tries to go for a ground pinch, but Deadeye is there to block. Robo gets a brilliant clear now, but can't find a follow from his teammates. Robo just keeping the pressure, Mugfish getting it out of the way. Arrow getting confused with his teammates, tries to find a teammate as well, pumping Deadeye in the process. And Moon going for a shot a bit wide as Deddy now just saves it.
Very close there, Deddy recovering brilliantly. Really making sure they don't fall any deeper into this hole that Celeritas are trying to push them into.
Indeed. Now Krilox, I have some question for you, since it's just a bit of ping pong and as I speak, Arrow nearly putting it in as Mugfish puts it dangerously in front of net. But a save comes through from Snakebite. Moon gets it past one, Deadeye is there to clear it. But back to the questions. Both teams looking promising as Celeritas already 2-1 up. Who do you think would take game 2, honestly? Who do you think?
It's hard to tell. I mean, Snakebite, if they turn it back on like in game 1, they definitely have the potential to bring this one around. You know, they're only 1 goal behind. The deficit's not too big yet, but if this Celeritas team are able to put, you know, another goal in, then definitely give them a huge cushion to really start pushing towards that net a lot more and put Snakebite under more pressure.
Indeed, and Snakebite, if they do somehow click back to how they played in game 1, they will take the win. But as we speak, Mugfish with the ball now tries to find his teammates, getting blocked by Arrow. Now Amphi going for a pass, gets it to the middle, but Arrow is there to block it. Robo going for a block, gets blocked by Mugfish instead. Now Arrow tries to clear it, Amphi is there to clear, and Deadeye going for a shot, pinches it with the post instead, as Robo just takes it down now. Robo going for a ceiling shot, gets it a bit wide. Robo, or Arrow, sorry, it's there, but puts it to the post. Now Amphi clearing it into the blue corner. Now Amphi can't find a touch on the ball as Robo now just takes possession. Robo going for a pass, gets blocked by Deadeye. The Deadeye is now backwards as Arrow just takes the ball, tries to pass it, but it's pretty close these games now, as the pressure goes on while the clock is ticking down with less than 30 seconds left on the clock. Will Snakebite bring it back and equalize? Now as we speak, Moon with a brilliant pass. Arrow is there but can't find the net. Now Arrow going for a pass. Mugfish with the clear. Amphi dropping it down, but no one is there to follow it up. 10 seconds left on the clock. Will Snakebite equalize? It's looking like Celeritas will take game 2, but no one knows. Never mind, I spoke too soon.
Yes, much stronger game from Celeritas. The defense, very, you know, a lot fewer errors than in that first game. The offense was very strong. We saw a lot of collaboration, great passing in that midfield, maintaining possession nicely. Snakebite, you know, a bit sloppier, not quite as many, you know, chances. I suppose last game they had quite a lot of free chances from defensive mistakes, but this game they weren't quite ready for Celeritas to come out as strong as they did. They did find 1 goal and it was, you know, in good form, but, you know, not quite able. They did have a lot of shots saying that, but it just didn't seem able to convert. We saw just at the end there, Empty missing, you know, an effectively open net, really not something you want to be doing when you're only 1 goal down. Accuracy, perhaps something they can work on coming to this 3rd game.
Yes, they need to talk a lot because they need to get that shot in, because out of all of the 8 shots Snakebite had, only 1 went in, while Godalions with over, I think it was 6 shots and 2 went in. Still higher than what Snakebite had in game 2. But as we move over to the first kickoff in game 3, we have Mugfish against Moon, and Moon just beating Mugfish right there as Amphi is awkward in the corner now. Can't find a touch on the ball as I believe it was Deadeye who sent it into the blue half. Deadeye putting it a bit behind Mugfish now, getting a brilliant block. pretty open for Emphy, but Emphy can't find the drop. Robo passing it straight out for Deadeye, and Deadeye puts it in for Snakebite.
Yeah, Emphy, bit awkward. Robo as well with the cutting out his teammate Aero, had a much better clear there. Deadeye just sending it straight into the net, and Emphy of course leaving it there like the gentleman that he is. And it's immediately Snakebite come out on top in this game. Bit of a mistake from Celeritas could kill the momentum that they had coming out of that second game win.
Indeed, but as we speak, what a drop, but it's on the goal line, but no, cleans it up.
Almost an own goal there, not great play. I believe that was Deadeye putting it down. Moon able to clean up off the bounce, coming off both posts. In fact, the defender's not sure what they're doing, and immediately Celeritas have equalized.
Indeed, and with 4 minutes left on the clock, with 4 and 20 actually, already equalized. It just means that the game is only going to get more exciting throughout the time. Now Arrow trying to dribble it out, but Demo's Smogfish, as now Deadeye waiting for a touch by Moon. Moon pinches it into the upper half, but Emphy clearing it and tries to center, as now Moon centers it for Arrow. Oh, Arrow going for the net! Deadeye with the save! Moon can't find the net. Now Robo missing the ball as Mugfish passes it to Emphy. Emphy back middle, but with a soft touch. Mugfish gets it past, but Deadeye is in an awkward situation. Now Emphy tries to clear it back to middle, but Arrow is there to block it. Arrow just empty currently, awkwardly. Moon with the ball position, passing it to Robo. Robo finds a touch, but not the touch that he wanted. Now Moon getting a brilliant block on Emphy, as Emphy goes for the demo and leaves it open for Mugfish.
Yeah, Moon bit awkward there. I mean, he got it past Emphy, but Emphy just recovered brilliantly, finding the demo, and the keeper Mugfish sees what he's going for, sends it into that net. Snakebite take the lead in that dominating fashion.
Indeed, as Snakebite just showing off what they are able to do. They're very aggressive at this point. But as I speak, Mugfish with yet another shot on target. Brilliant pass by Emphy.
Yeah, the defender there really, beat him to the ball, but Arrow somehow missed his touch, just allowing Mugfish the whole net to work with. He cleans it, almost missed, but just slots it into that bottom corner. Now Snakebite with a 2-goal lead. Celeritas once again on this back foot.
Indeed, they're in this back foot, but Robo as you speak, nearly puts it in with that nasty double touch. But unfortunate, it just went a bit too wide. Now Arrow keeping ball possession as Deadeye finds a bump on him, but Mugfish can't find contact. Emphy getting it past one. Now Deadeye saves it again. Can't find another touch though. Robo tries to center it as Mugfish with the clear. Deadeye tries to go for a nasty cherry as Mugfish now missing the ball. Arrow going for another air dribble, puts it a bit too wide as Deadeye just goes and pinches it away. Deadeye centers it for Mugfish. Mugfish will he find his teammate? No one there to follow it up as Arrow goes for the clear, but Emphy puts it straight back to Deadeye. Now Deadeye, what will he do? Will he drop it down? He tries to, but Moon is there to counter-attack it. Now Moon empty in the tank. Can't do much as Arrow just takes over and now leaves the ball, but turns back for it. Now Moon with a brilliant clear, tries to block Emphy, but Emphy is there with the shot, open net. Will Arrow be there in time? No, he won't. Emphy puts yet another for Snakebite.
Yeah, a bit of an overcommit there. Robo caught out of position. Third man rotating far too wide around the back boost rather than coming in to defend that net, and Emphy spots out the opening brilliantly. Once again, we're seeing Celeritas making those same mistakes they were making in game one. Snakebite just punishing them in exactly the same way. It's really rough to see because I thought they were making an improvement, but they've just fallen back to their previous mistakes. And his Arrow missing the open net and not quite able to recover in time.
Deadeye as well getting a touch on the ball, which leads it to the corner. But now Arrow skies it a bit, but Robo is already up for the ball, drops it down but hits the crossbar. Oh, another crossbar shot as it's an open net for Snakebite, but no one is there to follow it up and clear it. As Deadeye now plays it down the line. Robo with the pass to Moon. Moon will he follow it up? He does! Puts it to the middle, but Mugfish is there to block it. Now Arrow getting beat by Mugfish, but Robo is there to send it back to the orange half. Robo with no boost in the tank gets it past a defender either way. Now Moon without any boost tries to get a good block. He doesn't, as Mugfish now clears it down the line into Arrow, which is an unfortunate. Arrow going for a flip reset. He does get it, but gets blocked by Envy. Now Deadeye taking ball possession, passing it to the middle. Mugfish with a shot and he puts it in. Brilliant team play by Snakebite.
Yeah, Deadeye just one man going past him there, not sure what for. Robo a bit too close on the front post. Arrow not able to react in time because he thought his teammate might have had a touch, and defense from Celeritas really needs some work. The rotations aren't quite coming in like they were in that last game, like they should be around the back post, and it's just a shame. You know, I feel like they're struggling with this huge deficit when they really don't need to be. You know, when you go down a few goals, the best thing to do is maintain a level head, not let yourself get overwhelmed, and clearly they haven't been able to do that.
Indeed, they have not yet been able to do that, but as we speak now, they're getting demoed as Moon now goes for a pass into Mugfish. Unfortunate, as now there with a shot blocked by Moon. Envy tries to center it, doesn't get a good touch. Now Moon with a clear, 1 second left as the ball is still up, but is killed by Envy. Game 3 goes to Snakebite.
Yeah, basically just a repeat of game 1. Snakebite getting a few early goals. Celeritas slowly crumbling as more goals get scored. They just let the rotations fall apart. Once again, Snakebite, you know, punishing all these mistakes brilliantly, taking a huge win off of Celeritas now. And if they're able to repeat that in the next game, then they'll have a solid advantage, the series point. But hopefully Celeritas are able to go back to that game 2 where they made some improvements and come out strong, give Snakebite a proper fight for this series.
Indeed. Now, as we speak, Celeritas will be needing to have a very heavy talk together with the team to try to fix the issues that they had both in game 1 and game 3. It was just a lot of overcommitting and the rotations were a bit off, since most of the goals that Snakebite found was mostly them punishing Celeritas for the poorly defensive rotations and the wide rotations.
Just waiting on a few players to rejoin the game here. Everyone is in now. Gonna get game number 4 underway. Snakebite looking to claim that series point. Celeritas trying to cling on, but if they're not able to rectify their mistakes, Snakebite looks set to take a decisive victory.
Indeed. Now as we speak, Envy with an early shot. Robo can't find a touch. Deadeye already up for the ball. Puts it high for Robo. Now Robo getting it past one, but Envy is there to keep the pressure. Moon without any boost. Puts it back to Deadeye. Now Mugfish with the shot. Puts it in for Snakebite.
Once again, immediately Celeritas, you know, Moon just effectively giving possession away, then rotates in front post. The miss from Arrow, just it's less that Snakebite are doing a good job on offense and more that just Celeritas are just punishing themselves. They're just making things harder than they need to be on this defensive line, and they're just getting punished for it perfectly.
Indeed. Now as we see MP switching to the Dominus, will he play better in this car? Now Mugfish with a demo on Moon. MP gets it past Robo. Will he get past Arrow? But Arrow is there to save the ball. Now open net for Mugfish once again as a brilliant demo comes in.
And the double commit there, Arrow and Moon caught out in the corner. Moon wiped out. Mugfish has an open net to work with. Once again, just poor defensive mistakes. Clearly, the communication from Celeritas just isn't there because they keep doing these same things over and over again.
Indeed, and as I speak, Deadeye, who gets it past the last defender and brilliant double touch off the post.
Yeah, Deadeye just wiping out the entire defense. Another double commit, just leaving him free to work his magic. Snakebite off the bat. Less than a minute gone and already 3 goals up.
Indeed, but of course it's 4 minutes. Anything can happen if the teams just keep up their heads. Now Moon missing the ball entirely as Arrow without any boost tries to block Mugfish, but Mugfish gets a clear. Robo can't find contact with the ball, sends it to the middle instead as he gets past 1, and Deadeye gets it, pops it forward. Oh dear, it's interesting of what they're doing right now. Now Emphy going for a cherry, gets it to Deadeye. Deadeye with a shot, Arrow saves it. Now Arrow without any boost can't block Mugfish as Deadeye going for another shot. Mugfish can't find contact on the ball as Robo puts it awkwardly into his own corner. Arrow, getting blocked by Deadeye as Mugfish goes for a shot. Puts it a bit too wide as puts it to the post. Now Emphy, clearing it, but Robo is there to counter-attack. Now Deadeye getting an unfortunate touch as Moon with a brilliant block. Arrow is there to send it back into the net. Now Deadeye going for a shot. Moon can't find contact on the ball as Deadeye puts another shot in for Snakebite. Now we go over to kickoff once again. 3 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock. Arrow with the early lead puts more pressure on Snakebite's half. Emphy can't find contact on the ball as Robo nearly getting it into the net but pinches it but wide instead. Mugfish pops it up by accident. Now Emphy, popping it dangerously back into the middle, but Moon can't do much with the ball. Mugfish with a brilliant clear as Emphy now tries to follow it up, can't find contact. Moon getting it just to the corner softly as Robo with the follow-up. Now Deadeye pops it up as a double commit once again, accused by Celeritas. Now Deadeye passing it back in middle, Emphy getting it past 1, will he get past the last defender? He takes his time, goes for a ceiling shot, but Arrow is there to push him hard. Now Arrow nearly getting it past Deadeye, but Mugfish can't find contact on the ball as Deadeye missing the ball as well, but Emphy is there to take control. Now Robo sends it back to Moon as Moon now tries to drop it, but Mugfish is there to send it away. Emphy going for a pass, but Robo is there to cut it. Now Mugfish finally finds contact on the ball. Will he do anything with it as Arrow gets an unfortunate touch? Zero boost, can't find a block on Robo. Now Robo, low boost as well, picking the 100 now. Will he do anything with it? He does pinch it to the middle. Moon is already up for it, but no one finds contact on the ball. As I speak, Arrow puts one in for Godalions Celeritas.
Yeah, great pass by Robo. Mugfish not quite able to get a touch there. Arrow with a brilliant shot, takes it past both defenders, placing it brilliantly behind them. A first goal for Celeritas. There's potential for them to come back here, but they're not left with a lot of time and they need to get quite a few goals in.
Indeed, with less than 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, they have to score 3 goals in order to equalize the game and go to overtime. So Deadeye now with the early lead. It's now Mugfish going for a pass, open net for Deadeye. Deadeye can't find the net. Now Emphy getting a brilliant block on Moon as Arrow now with the follow-up. Deadeye going for a pass to Mugfish. Mugfish finds contact on the ball, but Robo is there to block it. Now Robo taking his time as he has barely any boost in the tank. Now Emphy with the clear. Mugfish can't find contact on the ball as Arrow just blocks him and cuts the offensive rotation as now Moon going for a shot, getting a light touch. Arrow pinches it away from the orange net as Emphy now takes it up the wall. Emphy a bit awkward here, but Robo just keeps the pressure up for Celeritas. Now Moon with the shot. Arrow nearly bumping Mugfish out of the way, and that's the shot in net, and Mugfish just does it and puts another shot in for Snakebite. Sorry.
Yeah, Celeritas just looking for that consolation goal at the end. Mugfish able to find a lovely clear over the entire pitch. Sails in. Celeritas, I believe that is the final nail in the coffin. They won't be coming back in this one. They will have to win now 3 games in a row, every game remaining in this series if they want to win this one. Snakebite looking set to take themselves forward in the bracket. But still,
Indeed.
rest of the series to go.
Yes, as we go down to the 0-second mark. Well, there I put it in. He just pops it into the corner instead. And the ball drops, and it's match point for Snakebite.
Yeah, Snakebite now on that series point, 3 games to 1. Celeritas in a dangerous spot. Once again, we're just seeing the same mistakes over and over again. They seem unable to work it out of their play. It's really a shame. Snakebite will, take this win relatively easily if they're unable to play like this again. And it's disappointing considering we saw brilliant stuff from them in game 2 and they just let it fall apart, coming back into 3 and 4.
Indeed, they have to work a bit harder now, Celeritas, with oh dear, Snakebite, like I predicted, will be dominant. So 3-1 for Snakebite. Celeritas have to put a little bit extra work if they want to stay alive in the winner's bracket and face the winner of Primo against Barbarians. So it's gonna be exciting, honestly, to see how Celeritas will try to fix in for this game.
Indeed. Coming to game number 5 now. Celeritas need a win here or they will be going down to the losers bracket to face Ascension Helios. Snakebite.
Celeritas looking into switching players. Now they switched out. Who was it? I believe it was, yes indeed, they switched out Moon for the Hunter. Oh, now it's the original roster from last season. The roster that won Division 3. Will they win 3 games in a row to keep them alive in winner's bracket? Only time will tell as it's match point for Snakebite. Now Emphy tries to clear it as Arrow sends it back into the orange half, dropping it down from the backboard, but Mugfish is there to block it. Now Emphy just waiting patiently for the bounce to him. Arrow with a shot, Mugfish is there to save it. Unlucky touch though, but as Deadeye now just clears it down the line. Now Emphy getting it bullied by the Hunter already. Ooh, Deadeye with a brilliant touch, nearly own goaling, but just sends it away from the orange net. Macfish trying to get a double touch clear, but as soon he comes back down, he just passes it back to the Hunter. As now Arrow goes for a touch on the ball. He does find one, but not on target. Now Mugfish having all the boost in the world he wants to do. He drops it down in for Emphy, but Emphy can't find contact on the ball. 2 against 1. Deadeye getting beat by Robo, but it's safely into the corner. Now Mugfish, ooh, ceiling shot clear here as Arrow clears it down the line. Deadeye finds a brilliant touch, but Robo is there to interfere. Deadeye, as well just sends it into the side. Now it's a Hunter passing it to Arrow. Arrow can't find contact as Sir Hunter now back passes to Robo. Robo with the shot, a weak one. Mugfish can't find a save. Now Arrow sends it to the middle, but Emphy is there to interfere as Robo just tries to send it back to the orange half. Ooh, Robo with a shot a bit too wide as Mugfish now takes possession, tries to passes it into Sir Hunter instead, as now Sir Hunter just punishes Deadeye. Oh, Mugfish, sorry for that pass.
Yeah, Celeritas looking a lot more confident now that they've got their main roster back in. Sir Hunter claiming the first goal and the lead for them in this game. We could indeed see Celeritas making the huge comeback. It's looking promising right now in game number 5. Snakebite still plenty of time to make a response, but Celeritas side looking like a much more challenging opponent.
Indeed, as now Snakebite trying to put as much pressure as they can. 3 minutes left on the clock as Sir Hunter gets it past Emphy, gets it past Mugfish. Will he get it past the last defender? As Arrow gets a brilliant bolt on Deadeye.
Sir Hunter just taking it past the whole Snakebite team. Arrow coming in to finish the job, accidentally stealing the goal, but nothing he could have done about that. Right now, this Celeritas team is looking like a behemoth, just wiping the table with this Snakebite side. They seem unable to respond.
Indeed, but anything can happen. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Snakebite can still score 2 goals. It's enough time to score 4. But as we speak, Sir Hunter with an early shot again. Sir Hunter demoing out Envy as Robo puts it in for Celeritas.
Yeah, a lot of pressure coming onto this goal. The double commit from Snakebite, leaving it wide open for Robo now. Snakebite seem to be a bit panicky. They're getting desperate to stop these shots coming in, and Celeritas taking full advantage.
Indeed, it's looking really promising by Celeritas. They look more confident than ever. They're just going for every shot they can, but as we speak, Deadeye, brilliant shot by him as Envy pinches it with Marked Fish to get it to Deadeye.
Yeah, brilliant catch from Deddy. Just spots the opportunity, sees the net open, pings it into that top corner. None of the defenders have time to respond. Snakebite now close that deficit just a little bit. Still time for them to perhaps bring their way back into this game.
Indeed, now Marked Fish getting demoed by Robo, leaves the ball for Arrow. Arrow going for another air dribble. Will he get the same result as he did? He does get it past one. Deadeye passing it straight back to Robo. Robo with a shot in net. Brilliant shot by him.
Yeah, Arrow, just excellent control from him. I've noticed that the whole series in the air, he just has pristine management over that ball. Robo coming in to clean up with a brilliant shot. They reclaim that 3-goal lead, just showing Snakebite that they're not a force to be trifled with.
Indeed, now as we speak, Marked Fish just waiting upfield for one of his teammates as Robo just keeps possession. Now a demo comes out to play, but Sir Hunter can't find the net. Sir Hunter drops it down, Envy just clears it. Deadeye is there to follow it up. Ooh, unlucky bounce as Arrow now double commits, but Robo is there to save it. Oh, brilliant play by Celeritas to be alive. But as I speak, Deadeye with another shot saved by Arrow. Brilliant play by both teams over here, trying to keep as much possession, as much pressure on each other as possible. Now Sir Hunter can't find the touch, but he does find it now. Sends it into Arrow, but Arrow is a bit too slow for the ball. Now Sir Hunter claiming back that possession, but Deadeye is there to interfere. Marked Fish sends it back middle, getting demoed in the process. Arrow for Sir Hunter. Sir Hunter for the net. Will he put it down? But Robo is too slow for it. Now Envy clears it down the line. Arrow with an unfortunate touch. No boost to work with. Deddy. Oh, can't find the touch either. Now Envy getting an unfortunate, just soft touch, which leads to nowhere. As now Arrow passing it down to Sir Hunter, but Marked Fish is there to interfere. Arrow getting it past one. Sir Hunter getting it past another, but Deadeye is there to save it. Deadeye, sorry, getting demoed in the process. Now Arrow passing it to Robo, double commit into... Oh, Joe, this is confusing. Anyways, what a pop by Deadeye, nearly on goal. That would have been a brilliant cherry pick, just on the wrong net. Now Sir Hunter tries to get it past the defender, but 1 second left on the clock. Robo goes for another shot, but the ball drops and Godalions Celeritas take game 5.
Yeah, looking like that. Swapping back in Sir Hunter as the main roster player made a huge impact. He himself setting up 3 of the 4 goals that game, being involved in them. Brilliant performance from all the players. Indeed, we saw 12 shots coming out of Celeritas and only 5 from Snakebite. Snakebite just struggled to get anything started in that game, really. They couldn't keep possession. They struggled to, defend. They did have that one brilliant shot from Deddy, but he just, other than that, they couldn't really get anything going. It could be the beginning of a big comeback for Celeritas, but Snakebite still have that series point to work with. They're still sitting at 3-2, and they still have 2 more games to take the win.
Indeed, and I'm a bit late on this message by Niptrox, and okay, so I should be pronouncing his name as Daddy. So I've been butchering his name for quite a bit, so I was pronouncing his name correct. Alright, anyways, as we move to game number 6, Arrow against Emphy, who beats the other defender, what Emphy did, but with a brilliant quick follow-up by Celeritas. But as I speak, Arrow puts one in for Celeritas. What an early lead for them.
Robo bouncing it down. Macfish gets a nice touch, but Arrow just intercepting it, popping it over the slightly overcommitted Empty. Deddy not able to get back in time, and once again, Arrow just showing off to the fans, taking that first goal.
Indeed, now we go to the second kickoff. Arrow going for another block, but Deddy, sorry, is there to interfere. Now Emphy gets it past one. Will it get past this offer? Macfish with a shot, drops it down and puts one in for Snakebite. Keeping them alive in this game.
Snakebite with a quick response. They don't want to lose momentum. They want to make sure they're staying even. They don't want to let, Celeritas just force them onto this back foot with goal after goal. It's very strong response.
Indeed, now Arrow with a brilliant kickoff. Robo is there without any boost. Macfish is there to save it. And Macfish pinching it away into the corner. Open net for Deddy, but Deddy gets blocked by Sir Hunter. Now Robo with a brilliant clear. Arrow with the follow-up. Will he get the block as well? He does, but it just stops dead on his tracks. Now Robo with a clear into Emphy as Deddy tries to find the touch but can't do so. Going for a demo instead, as now Sir Hunter gets it past both defenders, but the ball is back into the blue half. Now Emphy with a clear shot puts it a bit too wide as Arrow now puts it into the corner. Macfish tries to drop it down for his teammates. Then he's there and puts it in for Snakebite.
Brilliant vision from Deddy. Macfish, the pass was a bit tight, but the defender wasn't as quick as Deddy. Sir Hunter, not enough commitment there. He wasn't confident. Deddy, on the other hand, threw himself in, finds the angle. Snakebite now with the lead in game number 6. They want to close this out before Celeritas gain a bit too much momentum, push them into that danger zone.
Indeed, now as we speak, Arrow now trying to equalize it. He might as well do so as the defender misses the ball completely.
Yeah, lovely hit from Arrow. Empty just sailing a bit too wide. Really, he's going to regret that. Macfish kind of jumped up as well and left himself out of position to make the save, which he probably could have done. But Celeritas now bring themselves back into this one. Deddy, a close chance. Macfish almost there, but the block from Hunter keeping it even.
Brilliant defense by Godalions Celeritas to keep alive, to keep it equalized, as 2 shots and both of them were blocked. Now Emphy with an unlucky miss. Arrow now taking ball possession, tries to go for a flick save by Deddy. Now Emphy going for a pass, tries to find Macfish. Macfish is there with a shot, puts it in for Snakebite.
Yeah, Celeritas, just 3 people rather just rushing towards the net. Hunter attempted the challenge when he noticed that no one in the backline was going forwards. But, he couldn't get there in time because he was up in an awkward spot. Those 2 backline defenders really needed to commit a bit earlier. They left themselves in a bad spot. Macfish sniping that one perfectly. Snakebite once again with the lead.
Indeed, now Macfish finding a block on Sir Hunter, as now Deddy with a follow tries to clear, but Arrow is there to intercept as Emphy with an unfortunate miss. Sir Hunter passing it into the middle, but Macfish is there to intercept. Emphy sends it back to the middle, as now Deddy with a shot puts it a bit too wide and shoots it on post. Now Sir Hunter with the counter attack. Will he pass it to the middle? He tries to. He gets a slight touch as Deddy now clears it to the side. Oh, a demo comes for Godalions Celeritas, but Arrow can't find the net. Now Robo in an awkward situation over here. Back passes to Sir Hunter. Sir Hunter with a shot. Macfish with the miss as Sir Hunter equalizes and stays alive for Celeritas.
Yeah, Deddy pushing forward, but the ball goes over his head. Macfish goes up, but just misses the ball there. Really unfortunate on his part. because now Celeritas have brought it back even once again, and we're pushing into that second half of this game, coming towards the finale. Could be either of these teams' games still.
Indeed, Snakebite can either close it down now and take the win and take it home, sending Celeritas into the losers bracket, or Celeritas will not give up and just keep on pushing as Arrow now missing a shot, takes out the defender as Sir Hunter puts the shot in the net.
Yeah, Arrow, not sure. Don't think it was intentional, but he ended up faking out 2 players with that miss, and now Celeritas are the ones who have this lead, and they're gonna try and push for another one.
Magfish with an unfortunate miss now, but Emphy is there in time to save it. Deddy with a pinch to the side. Now Emphy empty as well in midfield, but Magfish gets a brilliant clear. Arrow popping it back, goes for a solo play. Tries to drop it for his teammates. Robo is there and puts one in for Godalions Celeritas, leading by 2 goals now.
Arrow popping it high, comes in, pops it off the corner, kind of baits in Empty, who has to then go up a bit too slowly for Robo, who slaps it straight into that net. And it's a 2-goal lead now for Celeritas. They're just building momentum towards the end of this game, which could be huge coming into that final game 7 if they're able to get the win here.
Indeed, as now Magfish getting a brilliant pinch. Is that in? And Arrow just on goals it.
I mean, that was an incredible play. The pinch from Martin Empty. I'm not sure if it was, I believe it was in regardless. The save attempt coming out there, but just ends up increasing the speed even more. And now they've closed that deficit to 1.
Indeed. Could they come back at this point? And yes, they will. Hopefully. Now Sir Hunter getting it. A light touch. Deadeye now going for a shot. Robo with the clear. Sir Hunter with the cherry. But now Magfish clearing it into Deddy. Deddy going for a brilliant play. Can't find a second touch. Arrow getting demoed now. Magfish with a clear. Tries to pinch it with Emphy once again, but can't find it. Now Emphy bumping into Deadeye as Deadeye or Deddy just finds a weak clear. The ball still in the orange half as Deddy now getting a brilliant clear into Arrow though, but Robo just bumps and gives Arrow a little kiss. Now Magfish tries to go for the shot. Arrow popping it up high, but a double commit occurs in the Celeritas half. Now Robo getting a light touch as well. A demo occurs. Magfish going for a double touch, can't find it. Emphy now alone in net, pops it weak as we go down to the last 5 seconds. Will they have the chance to come back at this point? Then he must miss, but the ball is still up. Arrow popping it down and takes Snakebite into game 7.
Celeritas, wow, bringing Sir Hunter back in the nick of time, because this man has come in when they were 1 game away from going out into that losers bracket, and it has changed them completely. They are looking like a different team. They've won that first game when he came back. They've won this game, and now they've brought it back into game 7, the finale between these 2 teams. It's all even. It's a best of 1. Snakebite really tried their best to get that one there, but they just couldn't quite force those final few goals in. Celeritas now with a huge amount of momentum. They've just won 2 games in a row to bring themselves back to this final game. They're going to be hyped. Snakebite, they could still take this win here. They're a solid side, and they've shown that in this game where they almost claimed the win. But they really need to start putting those shots in. There's a few misses on defense that really should not be happening. And if they can clean those up, then perhaps they'll be able to sneak this win in past Celeritas. But Celeritas are really looking strong.
Indeed, as we go to game 5 in Champions Field, who will be the better team? It currently stands 3-3 as we go to the most important game of the whole series, the tiebreaker. As now Max missing the shot as Deddy now pops it, tries to pop it over Robo as a double commit occurs by Snakebite. Now Sir Hunter clears it into Emphy, but Emphy can't find a useful touch as Sir Hunter reclaims that possession. Robo up for the ball already, will it drop it in? He nearly does so, but Magfish is there to save it as Arrow now pops it dangerously in front, but Deddy finds a very good touch. Now Robo drops it down, will it go in? Deddy with another save, Sir Hunter with the shot, saved by Deddy once again. Oh, the save, the savior of Snakebite over here, Deddy, the Swedish guy. Anyways, Sir Hunter pops it off, tries to fake one, gets it past, nearly gets it past one, but Arrow can't find a touch as now Robo with a shot puts it in for Celeritas.
Brilliant pass from Sir Hunter there. He lands on the ground, he spots the chance to put it back for Robo. Magfish rushing in because he sees what's happening but doesn't make it in time to stop that brilliant shot just under the crossbar. Celeritas taking the lead in this 7th game.
Yes, Celeritas showing everyone that they're very dominant. Sure, they might be the rookies, but they have always been dominant. That's what they want to show. They want to show that they can take on Division 2 as strongly as they took Division 3. But as we talk now, Emphy just keeping the pressure on Snakebite's half as Magfish leaves the ball for Deddy. But Arrow taking possession, pops it onto Deddy as now a shot comes through by Magfish and he equalises the game.
Arrow, bit of a heavy touch there, ends up just putting it onto the Snakebite players. Both his teammates kind of wide, no one really covering that net, and Magfish is able to just snipe it straight down the center line, even on the scoreboard.
Indeed. Now Arrow tries to find his teammates, puts it for Magfish instead as Magfish tries to clear double commit by Robo. As now Sir Hunter puts it down for Arrow. Arrow puts it a bit too wide. Sir Hunter with a shot, a bit too wide as well. Now Emphy going for a pinch, gets a light one instead. Ooh, Deddy with the demo as Emphy tries to get it past one. But a clears. Now Magfish tries to clear it, gets it to Sir Hunter instead as now Arrow tries to pop it back to the middle. But Magfish is there to clear it. Deddy with the follow-up, tries to go for a shot, saved by Robo. Robo missing the boost, so leaves it for Sir Hunter instead now. Arrow can't find a good block as Deddy now puts it into his own corner. Arrow getting blocked by Emphy, leaves it now for Magfish as Magfish just takes possession. Magfish tries to go for the shot, puts it onto Sir Hunter as Emphy goes for the shot, triple commit occurs, but they somehow miraculously just recovers. Now Deddy putting it dangerously back into the middle, but Magfish is there to follow it up and clear it, but Robo is there to intercept. Robo can't find a brilliant touch as Magfish now gets it past Sir Hunter, but Sir Hunter leaves it for Arrow. Arrow tries to read Magfish as Emphy own goals it, nearly own goals it. How did that not go in? I have no clue, but they stay alive. They equalized as Magfish now goes for the big clear into Celeritas' corner. Now Deddy tries to put it to Emphy. Emphy can't find a touch. Arrow with the clear. So Hunter already up, drops it down as Magfish misses. Robo with the shot and puts it in for Celeritas.
I really hate singling out players, but Magfish has been making far too many mistakes on that defensive line. Too many goals have come from him just missing a ball, and here we see it once again. The miss on the backboard, Robo just sniping that one in the bottom corner before the other defenders can react, and once again Celeritas sneak their way into that lead.
Indeed, now as we speak, Snakebite with that early pressure. Arrow can't find a good touch as he has nothing to work with. Magfish with a shot blocking Robo instead. Emphy with a shot just puts it to the corner. Now Deddy tries to pinch it to the middle, tries to find his teammates, taking his time, tries to get it past Sir Hunter. He does so by dunking him as now Robo takes possession. Emphy tries to steal Robo's boost. I believe he does so as well. Now Emphy nearly getting blocked by Arrow as Sir Hunter getting a weak hit as now Deddy with the clear, but Robo sends it back. Magfish with the pass into the corner. Deddy tries to clear it, but Sir Hunter is there to take the ball from them. Diddy with a brilliant kill, but Arrow is there to follow it up. Emphy just takes ball possession. Now Robo can't find a good touch, but might as well try to go for a pass, but Markfish is there to save it. Sir Hunter goes for a shot a bit too wide as Emphy now reads the ball once in a while, of course. Now Arrow going for a double touch, getting blocked by Diddy as Markfish is there to clear it. Demo by him as well. Open net so far. Oh, Sir Hunter with a dangerous pass, but no one is there to read it or punish. Now Emphy with a miss. Sir Hunter going for the shot. Arrow missing it. Markfish with a save. Now as we reach the 10-second mark, will they equalize? Now the ball still in the orange half as Markfish tries desperately to clear it. Emphy going for a clear as Arrow kills it, or actually Diddy keeps it alive. Emphy tries to pass it to Diddy. Diddy missing, but it pops it dangerously back into the middle, but it is dead. The ball dies as Celeritas takes the first game.
What a comeback! My goodness, Godalions Celeritas bringing in Sir Hunter at the perfect moment, because he came in and he turned that team around. They started performing exceptionally. Snakebite seemed unable to deal with this fresh side. Sir Hunter saying he's fresh out of the hospital coming into that one as well. And I mean, what performance considering Snakebite still have another chance in that lower bracket. They're going to be taking on Ascension, Helios, but Godalions Celeritas staying in that upper bracket to take on Primal in that winner bracket final after this incredible performance. Victor, that was insane.
That really was insane. I did not expect Snakebite, the veterans, to be taken down, but Godalions Celeritas, of course, switching out Moon for Sir Hunter, which was the biggest play of them, the biggest move they could have ever done. And Sir Hunter, of course, fresh off the hospital, as he said in the game chat, is performing very well.
Yeah, me and Victor are just going to head to a very short break. We are a bit behind schedule, but we do need some time to recuperate before we bring you that next game. We'll be with you very shortly.